Salutations, friends. 'Tis I, said Stevie, and today we're taking a closer look at this bad mamma jamma right here from EMP EDC. This is the Nymble W. This is a prototype pass around knife that's making its rounds. The stonewashed frag variant. It arrived to me in this Velcro pouch that has a PVC patch sewn onto it. I don't know if this is what they're going to be shipping in or not, but this is what it arrived to me in. So there's that. Taking a closer look, we have a 3.3 inch fully flat ground M390 blade. Nice hole slash fuller cutout. A 4.3 inch frag pattern titanium handle, EMP EDC logo on the captured pivot, all T8 hardware, a spot for a lanyard, nice backspacer, non-reversible, fairly deep carry milled titanium pocket clip. Again, all T8 on the hardware, and then you see that awesome Warncleef style blade there. So, surprise, surprise. There's no surprises with this. It is a Nymble. You have all the things that you would come to expect in a Nymble in a slightly different package. So, real quick for size comparison, I don't have the Nymble X. I've had the Nymble XN for review, but I don't have that currently. But here is the OG V1 Nymble, and then here is the Nymble T. So you're looking at a overall length on this of 7.65. Now, I don't know what the overall length is on the other Nymbles, but you're looking at a 3.1 inch blade on the Nymble and Nymble T, and then a 3.3 inch blade on the Nymble W. The Nymble X has a 3.5 inch, so it's just slightly bigger. As I mentioned, there's no surprises here. All the awesomeness that you would expect from a Nymble. It's writing on ceramic bearing, super smooth action, frame lock, lockup is good. Again, the action is, it. Look it. It's if you've seen any Nymbles, they're smooth as hell. You got multiple ways to deploy. You can fire it out with your thumb. You can middle finger flick it. You can do the back flipper on there, and you can also do the front flipper. And the deten's tuned for all methods of deployment. The Nymble was my 2021 knife of the year. My preferences and tastes in knife have completely changed since last year. I don't know that this would be my knife of the year, or the Nymbles would be my knife of the year this year. That being said, I think that this is already kind of a classic EDC knife. John Rusk has done a great job with the design here. They have there's the Nymble liner lock, there's the Nymble T, the Nymble X, the Nymble W, the Nymble S. Is there gonna yeah? So I guess there's a sheep's foot variant in the Nymble X. Are we gonna see any more Nymble blade shapes, or as I believe he is moving on to the relative, which is not a Nymble, but it's very similar in comparison. I think it's got kind of more of the clip point style blade on it. But yeah, same flavors are offered. Different variants between frag pattern, honeycomb, smooth. But yeah, I think that he's done a great job with these. I think I mentioned the pre-order for the Nymble W was back in July, and as always, there will be a drop following. I think the pre-order price was $325, and the sale price on the drop is going to be $349, which is definitely up there. The Nymble T and the Nymble, I believe, were $289. So you're definitely stepping up considerably in price there. You know, at least another 60, $70. I passed on the Nymble W though. I don't think I'll be getting in on this one. Not that because I think it's a bad knife by any means. It's not. I love the Nymble. You can see I own two right here, right now. I've owned a Thick Boy. I think uh, I think EMP EDC is making some good knives, but I've gotten a couple of Warncliffes as of late, and I have enough Nymbles right now, so that's why I passed on this one. Also, what I will say, and this is just a preference thing, the one thing that has bugged me just slightly about the Nymble is the blade to handle ratio. For some reason, and it's not all that, all that bad, but it's always seemed like there's not enough blade for the handle. It's fine on the Nymble T in the Nymble for some reason. Like it doesn't bother me as much, but on the Nymble W, being that it's a little bit bigger, it seems to bother me a little bit more. That being said, ergos are absolute money. With that choil to choke up on, even back here, the jimping, it's all good. This knife gives me everything I want to in a knife. All the deployment methods, the fit and the finish. It just comes down to an aesthetic that I think that the blade to handle ratio is just off a little bit. And that's a me thing. I know plenty of people absolutely love that. I'm not knocking the knife, but that's one of the reasons why I decided to pass on the Nymble W. The relative that's coming up, that's something that I might end up taking a look at. Not quite sure. I think that the pre-order for that is coming pretty soon. I have so many pre-orders in right now, though, that I'm probably going to end up passing on that one and then roll the dice if I decide to get one once they have dropped. But those aren't going to ship until next year. And then enough about that. We's talking Nymble W. So I already know quite a few people that have gotten in on this. I think Faction got one. I know D2 has gotten one. Papa might have got one. Papa Rhino. I don't remember who else. But yeah, the pre-order completely sold out. So good on him. Good on John for that. If I didn't mention, EMP EDC is actually a Pacific Northwest company. So based not too far from me. Let me clarify that. EMP EDC is based in the Pacific Northwest. These are OEM'd by QSP in China, so don't want to confuse you guys. This is not a U.S. made knife. This is an overseas production. But yeah, if you are looking to get one of these, you won't be disappointed. And if you got in on the pre-order and yours will be shipping soon, you're not going to be disappointed. If you've never handled a Nymble before and this is going to be your first one, I think you're in for an absolute treat. Again, just all the methods for deployment are completely dialed in. One of the most fidget-friendly knives there is. This is a nice Warncliffe blade, good for great utility cuts, and just a great overall blade shape. I love myself a nice Warncliffe. And I've carried this. You can see all the scratches and everything that I have on this. I've carried the shit out of this Nymble over the last. It's been well over a year since I've had this. I think these were like July of last year when I got these. I did have a little bit of work done to it. I had the. This was originally bronzed, and I had it blasted. And same with the backspacer. I got number 98 I don't remember out of what. And is that on the? No, it's not on the production. And then one thing I didn't like, actually, I gotta say, if I'm gonna nitpick a little bit here, I didn't like how they did the serial number on the backspacers of the Nimble T. You know, it says number 10 of 98. I think they could have just made it say 10. I don't think it needed to say of 98. I don't really care how many of these were made. I mean, it's fine that they put the serial number on there, or the number, but too many numbers, I think. So I don't know what it's going to be like on the production of the W. But again, I think that the Nimble is absolutely a knife I can recommend. It's fabulous. So let me know if you guys got in on this, or if you're looking to get one on the drop. I will say I'm looking forward to more designs from EMP EDC. Nimble's great. Now let's see what else we can get going. I think the Relative is a good direction. We've got the Thick Boy. I recently passed that along. I wasn't carrying it very much. That's also another awesome Warren Cleaver style blade. But yeah, definitely interested to see what else Mr. Rusk can come up with. So that's all I got for you folks. Did I show you guys a closed carry profile? Before I say that's all I got for you folks. Also, I think that the honeycomb pattern, I like the honeycomb pattern a little bit more than the frag pattern. Although I'll say QSP does really good on their frag pattern. I will also say, real quick, I do think the stonewashed scales, titanium scales, are a little too shiny. I'd like to see a more matte finish, because it seems they're like more chrome than anything. But again, it's also a blank canvas for you to pretty much do anything with it. But there is the carry profile, so obviously it's going to be a little bit taller. But yeah. So now that's all I have for you fine folks. EMP EDC Nymble W. Tell me what you guys think about it. And that's all. So I appreciate y'all tuning in. And until the next one, I bid you mofos adeuces.